This is just stuff you have to, you just have to edit this. I don't know how to edit stuff in Zoom. So
That's fine.
all you. All right.
Welcome to In the Library with
Marsha
and Adrian. Today is June 5th. The current time is 8:53 p.m.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
How are you today, Marsha?
I am doing good. Are you sharing your recent activity news with everyone? Can you share that story?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You too.
What?
Can you share what you did on Saturday?
Marsha would like me to inform you all that on Saturday, I went skydiving for the first time, jumping out of a plane from 14,000 feet and landing with only several broken bones.
I didn't even ask you about the landing. How was it? I saw pictures of it where you were like, I hope you didn't land on your tailbone. How was the landing? Let's hear about the whole experience. First, talk about the plane, because you had to have the utmost confidence with that plane. Let's hear from the beginning, Adrian.
So Marsha would like me to relate to you all a short story, so I will tell you all a short story. I signed up for skydiving, and on the day in which I was supposed to go skydiving, they informed me that the plane had to undergo maintenance and that I would be delayed 2 days. So I showed up and I got into a plane that seemed to have trouble starting its starboard side motor. I don't know. Once they finally managed to get it started, we cruised up to 14,000 feet. It is really cold when you get up that high. They opened the door and said, time to go. And we jumped out of a plane, and it's very loud. And we forgot the parachute.
Very loud. I think that's interesting. Now, I'm not going to compare my experience to yours because mine was more like pretend skydiving. But I recently, you know the story, I recently did the iFly experience in hopes to be able to skydive with you for this event that I chickened out of. Because originally we were going to go as a big group and everyone chickened out but Adrian, because he is the brave one. And I thought I could really do it. But what you said and what was interesting to me is because it looks like, oh, I'm falling. And it looks peaceful and calm. Like I went in a hot air balloon ride and that is peaceful and calm and quiet. So the first thing you said was exactly how I felt. It is so loud. Like mine was a fan blowing up, but I couldn't hear. You can't hear you. They give hand signals because you can't hear and talk. And then like, I felt like I was either holding my breath or gulping for air. And this is legit just a fan. So I can't imagine when you said it was loud, how was it? And how was it like to breathe? Was breathing a struggle or?
Breathing was fine.
Okay. Maybe that's just me.
My ears popped like 100 times on the way down.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, I guess. Now, did you have like a headset? Could you talk to because you tandem jumped, right? No talking, were there hand signals or was it just enjoy the ride? I'm strapped onto your back. Pay no attention to this guy on your back.
No, there were a couple of touch signals. When I touch your right shoulder, we're going to do this. When I touch your left shoulder, we're going to do this. And then once the parachute was deployed, the wind stopped and we could talk.
Then it was calm and quiet. It was the initial falling. How long did it take? Like, how long did it take, between jump and parachute and then from parachute to ground? Like, what's the timing on that?
It was 7 minutes from runway to altitude. Okay. And then we ended up with 70 seconds of free fall. And then from parachute deploy, it was 3 minutes to ground, roughly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's about what I wondered. Yeah. I feel like, because I thought the same thing when I did it. They were like, oh, it's for 2 minutes. And I thought, 2 minutes, what a rip. And then I looked at the clock and it had only been 30 seconds. And I'm like, this is the longest 2 minutes of my life. So I would say if you think it's too short of a time, did it feel too short to you? Could you have done it longer, or what were your thoughts?
I mean, you could do it longer. I did 14,000. They also have a 20,000 foot package where you fall for 30 seconds longer.
Yeah. Ugh. I'm so glad you did that. I'm so proud of you. I'm sorry I chickened out. It's not just chickening out. I mean, it is a big part of that, but also I think we have bad tickers in our family and I don't think my heart could take it. So if you want me to stick around, that's cool. Anything else you want to share? Memorial Day weekend. Do you have a good Memorial Day weekend coming up?
Coming up?
No, this past weekend. Oh, I was going to say June. I was going to also mention some other holidays we have coming up. Memorial Day has passed. But you enjoyed your day off. And I was going to mention that too, that we do have Juneteenth coming up that will be closed on June 19th, which you can find on our website. All right. You want to talk about some stuff or what? What do you want to talk about?
Sure. Let's see.
I'll give you some things. You can talk about this, and this.
If you're interested in genealogy, we would like to remind you that the Genealogy Club meets on the third Friday of the month from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Bedford Branch Library. Come in, trace your roots.
You can talk, should we go back and forth or, okay. The next thing I'm going to talk about is kind of applies to all branches is the teen summer reading program. We talk a lot about summer reading for kids, which I'm going to mention again in a little bit. And we talk about some adult summer reading programs at your branches. But we also have a teen summer reading program that happens at all branches. You can read 3 books or 6 graphic novels. And when you turn in this slip, you get prizes. So there are different prizes you can win at different branches. I think most branches participate in teen summer reading. I know Bedford and Ellis does, but you can call your local branch. Keep reading, everyone of all ages.
The Friends of the Bedford Library would like to inform you that there is a drop-off donations. Mark your calendars for June 10th from noon to 4 p.m. Pull in, drop off at the Bedford Branch Library, located at 8575 Jackman Road, Temperance, Michigan. There are too many digits in this zip code. They are looking for your gently used CDs, DVDs, books, and puzzles. The drop-off will be held at the South parking lot.
That program was brought to you by Vincent Price. Oh yeah, Vincent. I love in the library when we have, I just found another error on another flyer for a book club that said like library, like it was spelled wrong. And I'm like, I love it when we spell things wrong at the library. That's a great thing. That was brought to you by Vincent Price or Dracula, apparently reading that one. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the Michigan Activity Pass. This is also true of any branch of any library patron with a library card. If you go on our website at mymcls.com, there is mymcls.com. It's called Michigan Activity Pass. MAP is the acronym. We love wordplay at the library, especially when we spell it right. But the Michigan Activity Pass is where you can go online and there's all kinds of things that you can get, either the discounted or free admissions to. Right now, the only things I can think of are like the Henry Ford Museum and the Detroit Institute of Art, but there are hundreds of things around Michigan. State parks, Sterling State Park, if you go up to any state parks up in Michigan. So plan your summer vacation around your Michigan Activity Pass. Log in, type in your library card, get discounts and free admissions. Enjoy.
Come join us for the Bedford Flower and Garden Club's annual garden tour to be held July 8th, 2023 from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Garden tour tickets are $10. There's the backyard boutique, raffles, vendors, food truck. There's a library book sale. This will all be starting from the Bedford Library located at 8575 Jackman Road, Temperance, Michigan.
That was so good. I told him to do the whole podcast in that voice, but that was impressive. Was that Bungie? Do you remember that cartoon? Do you remember that one? Like
that was before my
Stop.
time.
You love to say that. He's younger than me, folks, but not by that much.
Before my time.
So I'm gonna let you do this one, and then I'm gonna launch into the rest of my spiel after that. So one more for you.
Summer reading kickoff with 2 local authors. Book giveaways, ice cream and more. Come and meet Emily Miller, the author of Pete the Butterwalk, and C.L. Olson, author of Old Krabby Turtle. This will be on Tuesday, June 20th at 6 p.m. at the Bedford Branch Library.
Is that Elmo? Those are so good. So yeah, that if you didn't understand all of that, that's Tuesday, June 20th at 6. And again, we're closed on Monday, June 19th. All branches will be closed to celebrate Juneteenth. So now, since I have recently, it doesn't seem like I left yet because you keep seeing me all the time. So you're probably waiting for me to officially be gone. But surprise, I'm like a bad penny. I keep turning up. But I want to talk a little bit about Ellis. So the Ellis Library, where I now reside primarily, and where I'm heading after this, they have a lot of stuff going on this summer. They have kids programs every single day. So they're doing like Mondays, they have Stories in Motion, and then Monday afternoon movies, and then Tuesdays, the Literacy on the Lawn for the outside. And then in the afternoon, they're doing an Ellis Kindness Club. On Wednesdays, Community Helpers, Family Story Time, and then Meet Me in the Library. And then on Thursdays, they're doing Summer Reading and Build and Create. So what they're doing there, you can go on the website and find this. They have a nifty little calendar up there right in the children's area that has it written out. And then the YMCA is providing lunches in between. So there is so much going on at the Ellis Library. So bring your children, come visit me, more reasons to come. And last but not least,
Marsha got kicked out of the Kindness Club. They won't let her back.
I'm part of the Unkind Club. So I tell everyone I know, if you're my friend and you have little kids, bring them to the Ellis Library. Come upstairs and see me. and then go to the fun stuff at the library. But also, oh, please register too. There is registration for supplies and planning purposes. Go online to register for all summer reading programs for all the library system. And this is another thing I was going to talk a little bit about. This is true to select branches, but select branches, including Bedford and Ellis and Frenchtown for sure. I don't know who else. South Rockwood, newly part of the club. Select branches of the Monroe County Library System have notary publics. I happen to be a notary.
So do I.
So are you a notary?
Yeah. As of last week.
Are you a liar?
No, for real. You want to see my stamp on
I
this?
want to see your stamp after this.
Last week I got it.
This is the problem. Adrian is basically like the boy who cried wolf. So every time he tells me something, I just think he's lying. So maybe Bedford has 2 notaries, surprise, surprise. But Ellis also has a notary, and that's me, surprise. But we always like to tell everyone, please make it a call by appointment because our notaries aren't always available or in the building. And so if you want to call, make an appointment, we just ask that you bring an ID with you and bring your items to the library. There's a lot of branches. Go to our website to see which branches have a notary near you, or just call and see if there's a notary and if they're available. I'm so proud of you. I didn't know you became one.
Call and ask for Adrian. I want to notarize stuff.
I'm not even sure that's true.
That is true.
Oh, Adrian's just doing it all around here. One-stop shopping.
I'm trying.
So that's mostly all the stuff that I had. I just want to talk a little bit about all the programs going on for summer reading. Don't give up on the library in the summer. The Reading with Rabbits will be taking place at Bedford on Monday mornings. So yeah, just call your local branch, go on the website, see what's going on. You guys can library hop. If I had little kids, I'd be going to every library every day and then taking them for naps.
And I do have to offer a small bit of an unfortunate cancellation. The Bedford branch's fortune telling program has been canceled this summer due to unforeseen circumstances. So
see what I mean? That is really funny. The funny thing is that you did like that tarot card reading. So I really was like, oh, were you doing that? You guys, he hooks me. It's like, the word gullible isn't in the dictionary, right? I mean, all right. So, that's a wrap for me. What else do you have besides making me feel foolish? What else do you have today, Adrian?
All right. This has been In the Library with
Marsha.
Adrian.